wrapping up. Everybody's getting hungry and tired. But we're amazingly on time. Good job, Laura. So our final speaker today is Pauletta Perez. She is New Destiny's newest board member, and she is a longtime executive leader. She's currently a chief financial officer for Snark 22. She's an accomplished advocate, public speaker. I mentioned this about Jennifer DeCarli earlier. I don't know how Pauletta ever sleeps either. She seems to be doing 12 jobs all at once, all the time. And I will let her talk because I am done talking, and it's only appropriate for you to close. And I'm not even going to come back up here. When Pauletta's done, go get your lunches and enjoy the rest of the day, and I hope to see you all soon. Pauletta, the last word is yours.
First, I would like to say thank you. Thank you to New Destiny for having me today. I came clear across the country from California to be with you all today and just talk a little bit about what you're doing here and how we need to take that model and we need to spread it across this country. I'm in California, and homelessness in California is crazy. California got a lot of money for that too. Homelessness got worse. And how do we fix this? How do we remedy that? So becoming a board member just here recently of New Destiny gave me the opportunity to come into New York and understand what the challenges are here. Now, if you can make it happen in New York, you can make it happen anywhere, right? So I figure I'm in the right place. I'm in the right place coming to New Destiny. But I'm not only a board member of New Destiny, I am an entrepreneur of sorts, and thank God I'm able to do that today because I am also a survivor of domestic violence. I found myself without housing, without a place to go, without a place to stay. It was a limited period of time, but I was without a place to go. I was released from a hospital after being shot in the head 4 times by my husband with a couple of bus tokens in my hand. And yeah, dumping is real. And because I was a Jane Doe, which was a good thing, the media had a hard time finding me. But because I was a Jane Doe, I didn't get much services from anyone, anywhere. This is 12 years later, and I'm still waiting for some type of counseling, therapy, maybe, I don't know. But I can tell you that that period of time when I left that hospital, when they wheeled me to that front door, and I didn't know where I was going. My name was Jane Doe. I had no identification. I had no nothing. But I did have one thing. That was survival on my mind. So I was going to figure this out. So the best thing I could do was find a hotel that would take me as a Jane Doe and keep me a Jane Doe so that I could do what I needed to do and stay away from the media. The media was all over me. Boy, they were looking for this girl, this woman who had just been. They didn't know if I died. They didn't know anything. And I didn't think they needed to know anything. I was smart enough to know that. So I found a hotel down the street from my regular doctor. So I thought, after they released me and they got me stable out at the county hospital, which I begged them, please, let's not go there. I have insurance. They were like, do you want to live? Okay, take me there. Once they had taken me there, and I was, in a situation, and they released me with a couple of bus tokens, and I figured I had to go somewhere. There was a hotel down the street from my doctor's office that accepted me as a Jane Doe and allowed me to check in, and in the meantime, I had someone to get my purse. He knew who I was, and I begged him for secrecy. I was in a seedy we're talking about very, very seedy hotel with holes in my head from being shot in the head, bandages everywhere, on tons of medication, and left there in a place where I could just crawl up like a ball and just be a baby. What was next? I had no idea. I had a home. That was a crime scene. I couldn't get in there. Windows were completely shot out, tear gas, terrible, walls, everything, because there was a period of time where I was being airlifted off and the police were dealing with my abuser, who, in my house, committed suicide. So this is the house that I had to go back to. I had no options to go anywhere else. I lived from that seedy motel to getting my next surgery and my next this and my next that and my next that, to wondering, what am I going to do? It's very hard. So the amount of services that are needed and the resources that are needed are vast when it comes to domestic violence. It doesn't just start here and there. They are vast. I needed a different amount of services than perhaps what you needed. It wasn't available for me there. So what did I do? I became an advocate so I could help. One thing that I can tell you, that is something we're doing in California that is not right. And I'm here in New York to learn how to get it right. And I will continue my work's journey as an advocate. I will still, if you need me to, write you a safety plan. I will still, if you need me to, get you out of harm's way and get you to a safe place. And if I need to pay for that safe place for you today, tomorrow, the next day while we figure it out, I will do that. And I will continue to do that because that's who I am now. I am a survivor and I'm an advocate before I am anything else. So know this, that New Destiny has someone in your shoes on their board. And whatever I can do to help here, I will do, and I only look to all of you to help me so I can take this back to California and any state in between, because we've still got a lot of work to do. And I just thank you, everyone. I would like to talk to each and every one of you and find out what it is you do, what you do to contribute to this problem, to the homelessness problem, to helping victims of domestic violence. I want to get to know you. I want you to get to know me, and I want us to work together because there is a huge gap between those organizations that are on the ground and those organizations who are helping create policy. There's a big, gigantic gap, and we need to close that gap. And if I can do anything to help do that, I want to be that person. So thank you all for having me. And I think that's my time. Just about, I got 2 minutes. Does anybody have a question? They're like, wait, you just, yeah. Anybody have a question? No? Good. All right. Well, again, I thank you, Nicole. I think New Destiny, I have a lot of work to do here. I have a lot of work to do back over there. And I really hope that you would all reach out. And I will be reaching out to you because for some reason we have not been able to end domestic violence the way we wish we could have. We can only deal with the aftermath of domestic violence. And that aftermath lingers. I can tell you, I'm still waiting for my my counseling. And it's 12 years later. I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for somebody to show me where to go. When I get out of the hospital with 2 bus tokens, where do I go? I'm still waiting for all of that. And I still have not received any of it. And is that because I don't know where to go? No, I didn't know where to go. I didn't even know I was involved in a domestic violence relationship. I was constantly fighting. It was very physical. And then to some degree, at some point, I guess my husband decided the best thing to do was just end her life and we won't have to worry about this anymore. That didn't happen. So I still today am dealing with the aftermath of all of that. I can tell you that I'm okay. I haven't had counseling, but I'm okay. I'm good. Yeah, so I can definitely say I'm here to learn from you all, contribute as much as I can, hopefully be a great asset to New Destiny and to all of the organizations across the board. Let's do this work together. Let's get it done. We have bills at the federal level now. We have different things that have been dragging for forever. We need to get out there and get these things pushed through. You know, how can you expect a person who has never gone through domestic violence to help you with it? I really want to know. I really want to know. And so they need to know that we exist out here. And they need to understand what better will service us. And if you go a number of years without reauthorizing VAWA has to change. About every 4 to 5 years, it has to change. It has to be reauthorized. It has to introduce different things, new things. It has to be inclusive. You know, we have to look at gun laws that change and that are state to state. We have to look at these different things and we have to say, hold on a second. There are new things that we need to be included here. I don't think there are too many women know that if you need to go to court to get a restraining order, you need to take some time off to deal with a domestic violence situation. You've got time off for that. Your HR department will never tell you that, but you do. So we need to talk. We need to be louder. And we really need to make sure that no one else goes without a place to live. No one else ever has to go back home. I went back home to where my husband committed suicide and tried to kill me. No one should ever have to do that. We should be able to go forward. We should be able to have shelter in safety and be able to build anew. Without the resources, it's very hard to do that. Thank you all for coming. Thanks again to New Destiny and all the sponsors. Thank you.